Greetings, St. Mark's Church family and friends. We are supposed to honor some women as we think about all the violence and hatred that is in our world that needs to be confronted. And I want to honor two women, and then I want to say a little something else. First of all, I want to recognize and honor my wife, Arlene. I think you all kind of know what she looks like and what I look like, so I didn't get a picture of her. But for over 50 years, we've been together. She was very supportive while I attended seminary. And at first, I was traveling 160 miles each way. Go up on Monday, spend the week, come back Friday afternoon, and serve in 3 churches. So she had to be very patient and understanding during that time. When we moved, we thought we'd arrived. We had 1 church instead of 3, and suddenly we were only 100 miles each way from seminary. And she was very supportive through all of that. And as our family came, the 2 girls arrived. There were family things to do as well as being supportive and being part of the ministry. I also want to recognize my mother, who's deceased. And I have a picture. I don't know whether you can see very well, but that's a picture of her with me on her lap back in the early 40s. So, in fact, very early 40. And she was a fun mother. She could shift the tone of her voice, and you knew the fun time was over. No more games, but she played games with her children. She had a lot of little quotes. As I grew up, I found out a lot of those quotes were based on scripture. Little sayings that she would come out with from time to time. And as I said, she could play with us. She knew how to get involved and then when to say, okay, with the tone of her voice, time to be serious. She was very crafty. She made crafts for Sunday school and for youth group and vacation Bible school. Always could count on her for those crafts. One special memory I have will tell you a little bit about how much fun she was. We had the youth group work on an old barn and fix it up to have a Halloween party there. And my mother came and laid down in well, it was almost like a coffin. It wasn't really one, but almost like it. And she laid there very quiet and still, never moved until all the kids were there and we were all starting to have fun together. And then she suddenly just sat up. Well, we discovered that some boys who thought they were real brave weren't as brave as they thought they were. And 1 or 2 of the girls, we were afraid we were going to need smelling sauce. But, Mom could do things like that and enjoy doing them with her children and her children's friends. So she's a special lady in a lot of ways. So I want to suggest to you, excuse me, I want to suggest to you that you find some ways to thank some people at church. We've got a lot of talented ladies. We've got some very talented fellows. And I want to suggest that if you think about it, there are 2 Stacys that play a big role at church. One's male, one's female. And if you don't know what Stacy Rothwell does, you need to find out. If you want to know what Stacy, who works with the youth, does, you need to find out. She puts in a lot of hard work too. So think about the people who help with worship, who do all kinds of things, who video and do those things, that you and I have a lot of ways to worship and a lot of contact. And just let those folks know they appreciate it. I'd appreciate it, and I thank you.